Hi everyone, in this video we're going to learn how we can measure distance using SC-SR04 ultrasonic sensor with Raspberry Pi, as the output from the ultrasonic sensor's echo pin is 5V but Raspberry Pi can only take 3.3V input. We'll convert that using logic level shifter. In the logic level shifter, the VA, A1, A2, A3 and so forth, the A side is the low voltage side, that's where we will connect our Raspberry Pi. And other side VV, B1, B2, and so forth. The B side is our high voltage side, which will be connected to our ultrasonic sensor. This diagram shows the connection needed for the ultrasonic sensor to work with the Raspberry Pi. We connect the 5V from Pi to VB and VCC of the ultrasonic sensor. 3.3V from the Pi is connected to VA and to OE. Make sure you use a resistor between 3.3V and OE. Connect the common grounds of the Pi ultrasonic sensor and the logic level converter together. From the Raspberry Pi, we connect GPIO pin 4 to A1 of the logic level shifter and its corresponding side B2 to the trig of the ultrasonic sensor. Similarly, pin 17 of Pi is connected to A2 and its corresponding side B2 is connected to echo. In my case, I'm connecting the circuits in the breadboard, and once the circuit is complete, I'm connecting it to the Raspberry Pi. Now let's look into the code. In line 1 and 2, I'm importing time and GPIO. In line 4, I'm setting GPIO type to BMC to use BMC pin numbering. In line 7 and 8, we're defining GPIO trigger is going to be using pin 4, and echo is going to be using pin 17. Then over here, we're defining that trigger is going to be an output, whereas echo is going to be an input to the Raspberry Pi. Now on line 19, that's where our main function is. That's going to do the calculation. In line 20, we are setting trigger to true for 10 milliseconds and then turn it back off. In these 10 milliseconds, ultrasonic sound wave is gonna exit out of the ultrasonic sensor, hit a surface, bounce back to echo, and once it bounces back to echo, we're gonna stop the timer and we'll use that time difference to calculate how far an object is. So we're gonna multiply the time difference by the speed of sound and divide it by 2 in order to get the distance. Just a side note here that the speed of the sound depends on your temperature. So if your temperature and speed of sound is different than what I have, then your speed of sound is more likely to be different and the readings you're gonna get might be slightly incorrect. So I would say change the speed of the sound depending on your temperature. You could just Google your temperature and ask for the speed of the sound at the given temperature. Now here we have a loop in line 39 where within the loop we get the distance back from the measurement function and print the distance. Once the distance is printed, we wait for half a second and this loops over and over again until the user presses Ctrl+C. Now let's look at the code in action. Now I'm going to run the application. So once the application runs, I'm going to scroll further down, little down. We should see the data coming back at 30 centimeters, moving into 20 centimeters. And I'm getting 20.5, 20.8, 20.4, 20.8 back. So the decimal points are changing, moving into 10 centimeters. And I'm getting 11 centimeter back, which is slightly off, but kind of expected. Moving it down, further down to 5 centimeters. The decimal points are off, but that's all right. The data is pretty good. Overall, this seems pretty good. Let's move it back to 30 centimeters and see what happens. Okay, seems pretty accurate so far. There is another way of connecting an ultrasonic sensor with Raspberry Pi by creating our own circuit using resistors. We can look into that in future videos. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the videos. Thank you again.